Let us discuss about resource annotation in our Spring application. Resource annotation is JSR 250 jakarta.annotation.Resource API. JSR 250 annotations are like post construct, pre destroy, and resource. The resource annotation is used to declare a reference to a resource. The resource annotation resolve dependency injection. We can use it in place of Spring @autovoid annotation. In case of field-based and method-based injection, the Spring container will inject the resource when the application is initialized. For class-based injection, resource is injected at runtime. The elements of resource annotation are name, type, authentication type, shareable, mapped name, and description. If resource annotation is not using name attribute, Spring accesses other bins for matching them by type. The resource annotation can be used on a field or a method. The resource can be used by name attribute and type attribute. Name attribute and type attribute. I will discuss both. Let's see. I have a application app.DAO interface. I have created two classes implementing this interface. Address.DAO and it's implementing app.DAO and it has a method get that will return a string. Another is company.DAO, the same thing. In address.DAO what we have done is I have specified a name as a bean name. Now I am creating a service. This is app.DAO and this is app.DAO, the interface implemented by company.DAO and address.DAO. I am using the field as a app.DAO and I want here company bean should be injected. So what I am doing is add the resource and specify the type and the type is company.DAO. So what will happen that the company field will be injected with company.DAO bean. This was by type. We can also use by name. This is app.DAO and this is a field address and I want here that address.DAO should be injected. So what I am doing is that address.DAO has a name ADD, so just use it name ADD. So what will happen that company field will be injected with company.DAO and address field will be injected with address.DAO. I am printing their get methods in our Spring Boot application. Let's run it. Okay, so this is from address.DAO and this is from company.DAO. So resource is working and here we have used type and using type and by name. Suppose if you don't specify name or type, suppose I am not specifying address field anything. This is app.DAO and it has two derivatives. company DAO and address DAO. So at the resource will not be able to inject because there is conflict. There are two eligible bin to be injected. So we will get error. Let's see. These are two beans, company DAO and address DAO. And for the field address, I'm just using at the rate resource. So by default, what they do that they check for the type. The type is app DAO, but app DAO there is no such bean. So this will throw error. No qualifying bean of type app DAO available. Expected single matching bean but found two. Address DAO, company DAO. So what happens that by default they look for the type and the types will be of the field type. Here it is app DAO and so it's looking for the bean of app DAO. Okay, we can resolve these things in such a way that just directly use the app DAO. One thing is that we can directly specify address DAO. Then what will happen that at the rate resource will look for a type. The type will be address DAO and it will get a bean. So this will work. Okay, it's working. One more thing we can do, keep it as app DAO, and what we can do that we can make address DAO as a primary. So what will happen that by default address DAO will be injected if we have used only at the rate resource. Let's see, that's working. So in this way we can use at the rate resource annotation, which is Jakarta annotation resource, and we can use in the place of at the rate auto annotation. Okay, thank you.